My issue is considering that elections are just coming up now. How does it then work to give someone a loan that they're supposed to be paying back post their term possibly? Considering that earlier you were saying that some of these people, being an MP is their job. So if they lose their job, how are they going to pay back the loan?
Well, yeah, so there are two things that you've mentioned. You've spoken about housing loans for ministers.
Yeah.
I obviously have no information around that. It happened after I've left. I'm not a beneficiary of it. But I must say that having been a minister for a very short time, people overrate the position. Particularly the public, when they think maybe ministers earn lots of money. Let me just tell you what happens when you resign or are fired. Yeah, the car that you're using will be a government car. You'll not have bought it. They will value it. You can be told, but there are 100,000
for the car.
Yeah, I don't know what the salaries are now, but I think during my time it was maybe $700.
As in the salary?
Yes. So what the public sees is the car.
Yeah.
Which is not yours, by the way.
It's a government
like I'm
vehicle.
telling you, when you leave, you're supposed to pay for it or surrender it. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go home empty-handed. And I also think that there is a certain level of standard of living. I saw somewhere where people were saying, before you elect somebody, so there is a certain expectation. And for you to become an MP and maybe eventually a minister, the irony is you have to spend money to be able to save. And you don't stop spending money. You are spending money each and every day. It's a very expensive enterprise. And for me, it's actually miraculous that I managed to do it over these years. You need to be highly committed to what you are doing. And but I also think maybe, this thing that we're talking about, how people behave in parliament and so forth, those things are fresh in the minds of the public. And so when they hear that an MP has received 40,000, they don't see value for money. Otherwise, when you look at it in the context of the whole process of becoming an MP, for the 5 years, nobuda mari chaino. Yeah, nobuda mari mashua. And we need to find a way of making sure that it's not like that. It's not that costly for an individual who wants to work for their country or for their government to get into that space. Because it really doesn't matter how straight you do your things. It's still very expensive. People ask you about, for anything, school fees. And dinagana cent. You know what I mean? Somebody's cancer in their mouth and the person they look to is you. And so when you look at that loan within the context of what the MP is supposed to do, I can tell you, I'm lucky my constituency spreads from Marlborough, Noshkaku, well, until recently, it was about 120 k's from here. Now it's less because the rural part was moved. I'm lucky. But if you have guys like Waine, Rushinga, Mbire,
Berengo.
I see people always blaming him for the road, and I say, having worked in the Ministry of Transport, I have an idea of how much it costs to repair just a kilometer. the
$1
road.
million apparently.
I mean, that's a thing that falls squarely on government, not on the MP. The MP can help, like you are saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all that you can do, because okay, probably have 5 tons investment. Then you need an engineer to look at that thing and supervise it, builders and so forth. So it's really beyond most people. But I just hope that the MPs who will come this time around will realize that the public has a certain perception of that function, and that not just a perception but an expectation as well. And that once you get in there, you just need to live up to that expectation, or if the kitchen is too hot, don't go near it.
Yeah.